What is going on, good people? What's going on? What's going on? We are here. We are here for another kickback. It's gonna be a solo kickback. Gonna be a solo kickback today, but it is all good. It's all right. Um, but yeah, we're gonna hold it down tonight. We had a lot going on last weekend or last Thursday. So we weren't able to get the live together last Thursday, but it was like, hey, I'm gonna bring it to y'all. We got to make sure we're working on our consistency. We bringing this back. We bringing it back. We're going to make sure we get y'all the information that y'all looking for as we start to progress into the season. And that's what we're going to be talking about here tonight is where are we at in the lawn. So if you can go ahead and drop it in the chat, like what have you done thus far in the lawn? What do you got going on? Any questions or anything that you've got that are kind of brewing that you want to know how to get your season started? What should you do? Um, kind of questions, anything like that, or any other questions that you might have. Just kind of drop those in the chat, and we're gonna, we always keep the live Q&A and everything going. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. That's gonna be the topic for tonight. I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff that I've got going on here in the lawn, some things that I've done. I got a couple videos that's going to be coming out that are in the editing process right now. So you'll be seeing those coming. I got a couple of them. First one's going to be just a lawn update. I did the iron cutter update. If you have not checked that video, go check that one out. Just kind of letting y'all know what it's looking like, what's going on with the iron cutter. And I got some more information that we about to talk about on the iron cutter if you haven't seen my post. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that coming up. And then I got two more videos that are also going to be coming up with some early season activities and things that I'm doing and things that I recommend doing and some things that could make your overall maintenance on your lawn easier over the long haul of the season when it comes to your mowing and maintenance. So I think that'll be a pretty good video, pretty interesting one that I'm gonna put together for you on that one. So look out for those videos coming. I got some stacked up that I'm just getting through the editing process. So got the content coming for y'all. So just stick with me. And if you're new here, hey man, go ahead and check some of the content out there. We got about 5 years of content out there. So you can always go back and look at some of the stuff that's already out there. Great content already there that you can go back and check out. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna see what y'all talking about over here in the chat real quick. What's going on, Super TA? What's happening? What's happening, Greg? Yeah, Super TA, we had the same thing here. It was 80 yesterday and it snowed today. Crazy. We're gonna get into that weather talk. We're gonna get into that weather talk. Can I use your FeNiX all year on my cool season? Yes, you can use it all season. So I responded to your comment. You can check out my response on there, but I'll go ahead and explain it to you. Yes, you can use FeNiX all season. And the benefit of FeNiX is that it is a homogeneous prill and it is at 120 SGN, which means it's a fairly small prill, which allows you to be able to control the range and the amount of nitrogen that you're putting down. So you can put down anywhere from a quarter pound. I really think I could probably spread less than a quarter pound if I really wanted to, but you can spread anywhere from a quarter pound all the way up to 3/4 of a pound, which of nitrogen with per 1,000 square feet, which is what we've got recommended on the bag. So that is the benefit of FeNiX. Is the homogeneous prill and the prill size that allows you to control how much nitrogen you really want to put down. And you had mentioned stress blend. The only difference with the thing with stress blend is that it has less nitrogen in it in the bag. So it's only 7% nitrogen in there, but you still put down 3 pounds of the product. So you're essentially just doing the same thing. You're just putting less in on the ground, but you're putting the same amount of pounds on the ground. So the difference with FeNiX is you just cut back on the amount that you put down per 1,000 square feet, and it gives you the same result in controlling when you're applying it during your summertime, which is what you were asking about during the summertime. Me, honestly, I just stay consistent with it because I don't put down large doses of nitrogen at one time anyway. So half a pound, you can run a half a pound of nitrogen throughout the summer. The lawn still needs food during the summer. Don't cut it off and not feed it at all during the summer. So a half a pound to end through June, July, and August will be good enough just to keep the grass going. And that's one of the good things. You can make that one application half a pound, quarter pound of N through that period of time, and you get all the benefits of what FeNiX has to offer for you. So yes, you can do that. So I think that's probably the explanation you were looking for. So timely time for you to pop in here, and I went on and answered that question for you. Probably got the explanation that you were looking for. Got your first mow in Central Indiana. Man, I wish. Yeah, we're nowhere near mow. Well, you could you can get out there and get a cherry to mow. But we got snow today. Got snow today. Iron cutter, can't wait to see iron cutter year 2. Yeah, man, me too. I'm ready. I am more excited about the iron cutter than I am the whole rest of my yard. Like I am ready to work on the iron cutter. Like I am ready to get it going and just see what I can do with it because I see the potential in it. But with it being down at my pops, like I can't manage it the way that I want to. My pops doesn't want to manage it the way that I want to. It's a larger area. It's just harder to manage it to the standards that I'm looking for with the type of equipment that we have available to us. I am ready to get the iron cutter tight, low. I plan on being sub inch. Just majority. Really, I want to be sub inch the whole season. So once I get it scalped back to start the season off, I am probably gonna start cutting it at probably 3/4 of an inch. Probably not even gonna let it get back up to an inch. So 3/4 of an inch is probably where I'm gonna start with my maintenance on the iron cutter. So between that and just being able to manage it the way that I want to manage it and really see what I can do with it, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, and especially how is it going to wake up out of the snow, the cold first year, and it's got a lot of snow on it. It was snow covered for about a month. Like it was snow covered for about a month. So I'm interested in how it's going to come out of dormancy, what it's going to look like, how long it's going to take it to really, really take off. So yeah, I'm excited about that one. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm excited about that one. See what we can do with it. Snow just made it when liquid fert on my cool season 30-0-0. Not until it's growing. Like until you actually have growth and the lawn has woken up, no need to try to force it out of dormancy. Like just until it's growing. One of the things we like to say is until you've gotten like 2 mows on it to where it's really actually growing, 2 to 3 mows on it, then you can start getting your fertilization down on it. But if it's still majority in the dormancy, no need to try to force it out of dormancy. Let it wake up and then start giving it a little bit of food. It doesn't need a lot because it's going to be about to hit the spring flush. And then you're just going to be out there mowing like crazy because the spring flush is going to happen and it's going to naturally take off and start growing probably faster than what you want it to. So no need to force it and have more nitrogen down and just having it growing crazy fast for no reason, burning up a lot of that energy in the plant. So I would say, yeah, just wait. It's not really a time period, wait until it starts growing and you've got about 2 mows on it. Then you can get out there and start your fertilization. Doom, doom, doom. Haven't fertilized yet, but they're envious cultivars. All right, that's what I'm talking about. They're already looking prime. They're already looking prime. Yep, you already got your second mow. Ooh, y'all mowing, boy. Y'all already got second mows in. Sheesh. That's what's up. Um, got 2 mows in VA. Okay, VA, y'all already mowing. I know a lot of people down in North Carolina. They're already mowing too. I know I've seen Pete's mowing. Pete's out there mowing and striping. Pete's striping already, boy. That y'all looks good. Like Pete's yards look good. So yeah, man. A lot of people down there in the lower transition zone. Y'all are in a good spot. Y'all are in a good spot right now. Uh, the weather's been good. Y'all had a lot of warm temps down there. So y'all cool season yards ought to be looking pretty good. Ought to be looking pretty good. Um, They got rain and snow today. Yep, we got rain and snow today too. Um, yep, it's already growing, but haven't put that first cut on it yet. Good, man. I getting that pre-emergent down. You timed it just right. You timed it just right. We got that good water and everything to get that watered in today. So you in a good spot. You got that down right at the right time. All right. Just hit your first cut. Okay. Scalped your warm season back. Yeah, because I think you've got Zoysia. I think you got Lawncare P. I think you got Zoysia in the front. I think you got Zoysia in the front and you got Cool Season in the back. So yeah. Yep. Time to get them warm season lawns scalped back. I held off because I saw the temperature drop and I saw the snow. We still got another snowflake on the calendar or on the forecast for next week, and it's supposed to be cold next week. So I'm gonna hold off a little bit longer, probably after next week, and then I'll probably be ready to get to get my iron cutter scalped back and start getting ready for the season and getting it ready. What's going on? What's going on, lawn mechanic? Oh yeah, you got your real mower in today. Pull the real mower out. That's what's up. That is what's up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna jump into it. I'm caught up in the chat, and I'm gonna get ready to jump into our next segment here. So weather talk. We're gonna go ahead and talk weather for a second, and we've already kind of hit it. It is one of those. It was 80 degrees yesterday, and we got snow today. Hence why I put the thumbnail back up there with the snow melting, because that's exactly what we're dealing with. Uh, yeah, man, we're in that up and down roller coaster phase as we've been talking about it, the fake spring and everything like that. But y'all lower transition zone people, y'all are starting to settle in and really get going. So if you haven't put your pre-emergent down, and it doesn't really matter where you're at, you are still able to get your pre-emergent down. You're getting, depending on your location, is getting a little late for it. If you're up in my area up here in Maryland, Northern Virginia, and up, you're right on time, because we're gonna look at soil temps here in a second. They've kind of spiked a little bit, so this is one of the reasons why we have been talking about pre-emergence, because this is typically what happens. You're kind of steady, kind of trucking along, inching up a little bit, and then the next thing you know, boom, temperature spike and soil temp spike, and then you're way above the 50-55 degree mark, which is why we've been talking about it. We've been telling you, and this is exactly what happened. So let's go ahead and jump into this first one that I wanna show. We'll go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna jump over here. All right. So this is what we have been talking about, And as you can see, this is my soil temps of what I've been working with throughout this year. This is accurate, up to date. So you can see where, as we have been talking about pre-emergence and all of that, like we still hadn't even got up to that 50-degree mark. And right up and along here, which is about a week or so ago, um, we were starting to tell you it dropped back down and got cold. Boom, boom. We still kind of trucking along right here. And the next thing you know, from soil temps of 48, the jump to 54, 55, 59, 63. And as of right now, we're still at 54 degree soil temps. So we were forewarning that the temperatures, the soil temps could jump. And that's why it's better to, when you're in this range and you start to see out in that 2 week forecast, you start to see those increase in temperatures and that warming trend, go ahead and get your pre-emergent down. Like, don't wait and try to hit this mark exactly, because you had like a 2 day window right here. If you were waiting till this point, next thing you know, 55, 69, 59, 63. Like, you had a very small window, and we stayed above. Like I said, we've already 1, 2, 3, 4 days have already been on soil temps, have already been above the 55-degree mark, which is enough for those weed seeds and stuff to start germinating. So this is why we've been talking about it's better earlier rather than trying to hit that perfect 54, 55 degree soil temp. So that's one of the things. This is good to be able to visually show you all kind of what we have been talking about, and it's the result is right there, which is why we have been talking about it as much as what we have been. So, given these soil temps and looking at them and everything, we had some good progress. We had some good progress with that. As you can see, this is the background. I posted this picture on also on IG and the community page here on YouTube. So you can see, pulled up a little bit of the of the iron cutter, and we got some green. We got some green. We throwing green shoots already, which is good. I was out there just pulling some weeds. I told y'all in the last video with the update that I was probably going to get out there and hand pull a lot of the pole and the weeds and stuff like that. So I was out there going about doing that and everything, and just down in the canopy, I just kept saying, I was like, man, what is this little green? Am I really seeing like green shoots and stuff? So I kind of got down there closer and looked and pulled a little bit up out of the canopy, and no kidding, we already got green shoots coming in, new growth on the iron cutter. So it's already starting to wake up. So a lot of people were interested in when it was going to green up and things like that. So it's ready to start the process. It's just waiting on, it's primed right now. It hasn't really taken off, but it is primed and ready. As soon as we can get some consistent warmer temperatures, that's going to be the next thing that's really going to get it going. Right now it's waking up and stretching and getting his face washed and getting his teeth brushed, ready to go for the day, ready to get out and get going. So I'm excited. This is probably one of the things that got me excited this week, was being able to see this new growth, see the green starting to come in, which is just a sign that we're moving in that warmer direction. And I could also start to see my cool season grass is starting to grow. It's starting to grow a little bit. I can tell just over the week where we've had those warmer soil temps that it's starting to green up. Like, my yard is starting to green up. It's starting to grow a little bit. So that was another thing that I was excited to see this week, along with kind of monitoring those soil temps. So I'm going to get ready to go ahead and jump into the next one. Another activity that I've had going on in the lawn that I've been taking care of. Why is this thing not cooperating right now? One of the things that I've been working on is starting to get a lot of my beds and stuff squared away and get them all taken care of. So that's one of the things to make sure you're starting to get things cleaned up. Start to get things cleaned up, and as you can see, I've got my pampas plants and everything in the front, and I let them get away last year. They were during the growing season. They were a lot more upright. The winter kind of beat them down. So cleaning all of this up was last year was a chore. Like it was a chore. I updated my approach this year in how I was going to take care of it, and it went way smoother this year than what it did last year. And just like with lawn care, like you learn and you get more experience on different management routines and methods and approaches to doing things. And I knew the way that I did it last year wasn't the best way to do it, and I wasn't going to do it again that way. So I came up with a different way of doing it this year, and I actually recorded it, got a video coming on how I took care of this if you've got similar type plants. And we've got all that cleaned up, got it cleaned up, ready for new growth to come. I actually, a couple of days later, got all of my lariopes and stuff cut back. So my front bed is cut back, primed, cleaned up, ready for some mulch. Go ahead and drop some fresh, a little light coating of, I don't need very much, just a little light coating of my fresh mulch in there. Drop some mulch glue on top of it, and my front beds and stuff are going to be done and ready to go. So that is one of the things that I am doing right now is getting things cleaned up, getting these beds and stuff prepped. I got to trim my holly, shape my holly bushes up and get those nice and trimmed up and ready to go for the season before I drop that fresh mulch down. But that's kind of where we're at on that one. And then another picture just got everything cleaned up and how we're looking, get these trimmed up and clean the back. So those are the activities that I'm doing in the lawn right now. And for you, I recommend that you do the same. Like I'm getting things prepped and primed and ready to go. That way, when all of this stuff starts to green up, like you're ready. Like you can get out there, you can start mowing, and when it's time, get a couple of mows on it, and then you can get your fertilization down, and you'll be set and you'll be off to be able to keep going and be ready to enjoy that spring growth. Because the springtime, I don't know which one I like better. I don't know if I like the spring look of a cool season lawn or the fall look of a cool season lawn, because they both look good, but they look different. They look very different. And that spring look is just very vibrant. Like it's just like it's like your stripes are strong. Like it's one of those things that like that spring look it gets real dense. That spring look is nice. That spring look is nice on the lawn. So I've got that taken care of. Iron cutter, we talked the green up on iron cutter. We talked soil temps. Getting this cleaned up. And again, if you've got any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Tonight is just a kickback and just a update of what I've had going on thus far. Not a whole lot of topics that I really wanted to cover other than the ones that I already have. So if you got any questions or need anything, just let me just drop it over here in the chat, and we'll sit back and I'll stay around here for a little bit longer if you all don't have any additional questions. So what further do you recommend for deficiencies of iron, manganese, zinc, copper, and boron? All right, so I'm gonna pop this one up here. I'm going to say these micronutrients here, they don't really have a huge impact on the look of your performance of your lawn. I would not go out of my way trying to for feel these micronutrients and try to find a fertilizer that's going to do that. One thing that I would recommend is if you want to put some iron down and you want a little more green, you can go ahead and put some iron down. Simple Lawn Solutions has their darker green is a good product. And if you want to try to address some of those nutrient deficiencies, unless you see a visual deficiency in them, and typically you're not going to see a visual deficiency in manganese, zinc, copper, and boron. Typically you're not, unless it's some special case scenario. So there's data behind that. There's research behind that. If you wanted to get a good micronutrient application, Simple Lawn Solutions, what do they call it? Simple Lawn Solutions micronutrient pack, is that what they call it? Let me get over here. Boom, boom. Let me see if I can find what they call it. I think it's their micronutrient. I think it's the micronutrient pack or micronutrient simple. Micro Booster. Simple Lawn Solutions Micro Booster. I think this is it. Yep. All right, so I'll show you this right here. So Simple Lawn Solution Micro Booster. If you wanted to try to address some of those nutrient deficiencies, if you want to go with it, it also has a good amount of iron in it also, so you'll see a nice little green up on that. But yeah, I like this product here. That would, if you were concerned and you wanted to address some of those, this would be an option for you to take a look at. But don't kill yourself over trying to address. You're not going to see that much bang for your buck in trying to address those type of deficiencies in these nutrients that are here. All right. I see somebody else dropped another question. Spring is always better. Let's see what Lawn Mechanics saying. Spring is always better knowing we have the season that's it just adds to the joy. Yeah. Spring is good. Like it just looks, that spring, them spring stripes just look, they just look different. They just look different. They look more bold, more vibrant. Like is those spring stripes and everything are nice. Make sure you sharpen your blades 100%. 100%. Start the season out, and I think we talked about that in one of our prior lives of preparation for the season with your equipment and things like that. Making sure you're starting the season out with a sharp blade. Go ahead and get you two. If you've got a new mower or you're new to this, go ahead and get you two blades. Go ahead and get you two blades. That way you can have one sharp as you start off with both of them sharpened. That way when one of them needs to be sharpened, you can swap right over to the other one while you take the other one to either, if you take it somewhere to go get it sharpened, or if you do it yourself. That way you can just kind of rotate those blades in and out. You've already got one on standby, ready to go whenever you need to change it out. So yeah, go ahead and get you two get you two blades. Boom, boom, boom. Got those addressed. With the spring rains coming, when do you start putting down fungicides? I don't start putting down fungicides until the humidity really starts to come along with it. Spring rains, I'm fine with that. Typically in my area, I probably want, and it's going to be weather dependent. The humidity and heat and all of that stuff might come a lot earlier. It might come at different periods. But until there's a rule of thumb, like the 150 the 150 rule that's out there. When your soil temp, well, when your air temps and your humidity combined, when those are above 150, that's when you're getting above 150 or near that 150 mark. That's when you are prone to being able to get disease at that time. Like you are now what they call the disease triangle. So once you have those uh, environmental conditions from the temperature, the humidity, you are in the window of where fungus can start. So that may, depending on your location, that may become earlier than what I would see up here, where I'm at in Maryland. So look for that daytime, nighttime temps and humidity that add up to 150. You're now in the window for you to be able to get the disease. So that's what I go by of when I should start putting down fungicides. Really, another key for me is when I'm outside and I'm just sweating and like it starts to feel sticky outside, and the daytime temps are starting to hit that 75, 80 degree mark with that humidity, and the nighttime temps are staying up in the near 70s, upper 60s. That's when you can feel it. You can feel it when you start to get sticky being outside. That's when the disease window starts to open up. So again, depending on your location, that can vary around timing, but those are the conditions that you start to look for. All right. I like the fall look of fescue, especially after recovering from a brutal summer. Yeah, I, I I like the fall look. I like the fall look too. The only thing with the fall look is sometimes you get the areas that uh, are still filling in, like they don't all the way fill in, like right at that period of time because, like you said, you're recovering from the summer. Like so, you may have those areas that are that you're still trying to get filled in. They may not be coming in as strong as some of the other areas. So you kind of deal with that. But then in the spring, you get that spring flush and it's just like everything feels out and everything is lush, like your landscape is looking good, like everything just kind of comes together. It's green, spring is in the air, and birds are chirping and flying and everything else. So it's a that spring look and the feel of the spring is nice. It's nice. I do like the fall look though. The fall look seems to give me like a deeper, like a darker green color in the fall, uh, and it may just is probably driven towards the amount of fertilizer that's being put down, where we fertilize our cool season lawns much more in majority of it. Typically say 50 to 60% of your fertilization in should be going down in the fall. So that may also be a good contributor to where I get that darker green color during that period of time in the fall. But that spring look is just that spring look is good. It's vibrant. It's vibrant. Doom doom doom. Cool. Thanks for the info. Yep, man. Just here to get you as much info as you can. I gotta take. Oh, you a spring over the fall too? Yeah. Yep. The lawn just looks more established. Yeah. And just like I was saying, like it just looks in the fall you're still getting it filled in, and even the new grass that you've planted still hasn't matured yet. It hasn't matured yet in the fall. You start to get a little more maturity on it, which then it kind of fills out more in the spring. You get more of that density, you get more tillering and stuff on the plant. It looks more established and mature during that period of time. So yeah, man, I I'll take either one, but I do like the spring look. I do like the spring look, and I think Polo is the same way. I think Polo is a spring. I think he's a spring guy too. I think he's one of those bring on the spring, bring on the spring look. And I can't remember what turf. I can't remember if turf is if he likes the spring or the fall look. I think he likes the spring look too. I think all three of us might be on the spring. I think at one point I was the only one that was somewhat in the fall. I could go either way, but here lately it's just been that spring look is what I've really been enjoying. So if y'all got any other questions in there, like tonight, I'm gonna keep it short. But I just wanted to come in, make sure we're keeping our presence and stuff going, and drop y'all some information. And for one, show y'all that the explain and show y'all what the iron cutter is doing right now. That was one of the big things that I really wanted to talk about, because I know a lot of people out there were wondering when it would start waking up, like when it would green up. So I wanted to make sure I was bringing that information as soon as I saw something, or as soon as I had an update that I could be able to provide. Because even the video that I put out, like I recorded and edited that video within like a 2-day period, and went on and put it out, and I didn't see anything that had started to green up at all in there when I was recording that video. And then probably 5 or 6 days later, I'm out there looking at it, and I'm like, "Shoo, like this is waking up." Like I can see the stolons and stuff were greening up, and then I was seeing the green shoots and stuff coming out on it. My pops down in North Carolina, he's already been saying that his is really, like, he's really starting to green up. So we got some weeds and stuff that we're gonna take care of in his. I actually told him my application to go put down. It was windy today, and then they got rain. They got more rain coming over the weekend. So probably next week he'll get that application and everything down. So you can go ahead and take care of those weeds. Let that sit for probably a week or so, and then we'll go ahead and get it scalped back and get him ready for the season. Oh, and one thing he said is that area that we sand leveled. I got a video that I showed y'all where we sand leveled my pop's lawn last year, an area of it. He was like, that area is greening up way faster than the rest of the yard, and that just goes to show that sand heats up. That sand heats up faster than like just normal your natural soil. That sand just heats up faster, and that when those warmer temps get that Bermuda to wake up, the warmer soil temps. So again, that's just one of the things, and it goes to show, like, this time of year, going out and throwing down fertilizer is not what wakes up the lawn. Like, fertilizer does not wake up the lawn until you have the soil temperatures to trigger the plant to start growing. It's not gonna grow. I don't care what fertilizer you put on it. If the soil temps aren't there, the lawn isn't gonna grow. The lawn will start growing when the soil temps say that it is time for it to go. It naturally happens. Like, it's just the way this is just the way it is. So no need to get out there and rush and try to get your fertilizer and stuff down to try to speed up your lawn waking up. And it may seem like that's what's happening, but if you put down an application and then it starts growing more, but really what's happening is your lawn is just already starting to naturally wake up, and then it starts to take up that nutrient that, yes, you have it there early, you have it there and you have it available for it to take it up, which is then going to make it grow fast out the gate than it would when it naturally starts to wake up. So yeah, it's all based on your soil temps, and when your soil temps and things get there, the lawn will green up. Like, you can look at my lawn, look back at it, like I've shown how kind of brown and yellow my lawn is right now. I was looking at photos back from last year. I think it was March. I think it was probably like March 7th. I took a picture and it was brown, yellow, like looking like my lawn is looking right now. And I think by the 27th of March, it was nearly all green. Like, it was nearly all green. And was looking like it was about ready for its first mow. I think I did my first mow like first week of April last year. Within 25 days with the right temperatures, it went from nearly completely dormant to nearly fully green and ready to rock and roll. So it's all about the temperatures. It's about the soil temperatures, and you just need that warmer weather. Just be patient. When it gets there, it'll be time for us to mow. It'll be time for us to mow. Time for us to fertilize. Um, so you got another one in the chat. Um, if you're gonna spend on will glyphosate take care of really hard. Yes, it will kill POA. Glyphosate will kill POA. The It's going to take multiple rounds. I don't know if you're talking POA annua or triv. It takes care of POA annua a lot easier to take out POA annua. POA triv, because of the rhizomes and the way that it spreads, it takes multiple applications to get rid of that triv. Typically, it's about 3 applications. And to be honest with you, it is highly likely that you're not going to get all of it at the first time. It's highly likely that there's going to be some of it that comes back at some point in time. Triv is hard to get rid of completely, and then you may just get smaller patches or smaller areas within that large area that may come back, and then you'll just have to treat those smaller areas. Like I killed off about 4 areas in my front yard last year, and now I've got another area, and I saw it in the fall. And I think I took a picture. I was recording or something. I remember seeing a video clip that I recorded just recently. I can see a patch of triv. I saw it in the fall, but it is very obvious that patch of triv that is there in the front yard, away from the other areas that I killed off before. So triv is just one of those fighting battles. You just keep fighting the battle or you give up. But I keep fighting the good fight. Just kill it off and keep it moving. Or depends on how big the area. You said a large area, so this may not be an option for you. But you can always dig it out, either drop and reseed it or drops. I would kill it off and then dig it out and try to get those roots and rhizomes and stuff up out of there. And then from there, that's like the best way that you could try to get rid of it as best as you can, and try to have as little comeback as possible. But then you also can either lay some sod in there in those areas, especially if you're dealing with a cool season yard. I would assume that you are if you're struggling with POA, because if you got a warm season grass, you can easily get rid of POA. But you could kill it off, cut it out, and sod it in that area or reseed it. That's one method that you could do. All right. That was the last question that I saw in the chat. I'm gonna scroll back up. It's a beast of a weed. I'm thinking of and then rent a tiller for the whole yard. I tilled my backyard when I did my first renovation. I will not till, and I will not do. I will not till another yard. I will not till another yard during a renovation. I will not do that. It's just you get real fluffy. Your soil gets real fluffy, and then now you've got to worry about how it settles and how it, like, you need to get in. You need to roll it. You need to water it. You need to roll it. You need to water it. You need to roll it. You need to water it to get it back settled down. If you till it, it gets so fluffy. If you have a Harley rake, if you can get like a Harley rake or something like that, to where you can just kind of skim the surface and then just kind of loosen up that first top 2 inches or so, that would create a nice seed bed. That creates a nice seed bed for you to be able to work with without disturbing a lot of your natural uh, smoothness or level on your yard. I just feel like when I tilled my backyard, it was way more work than it was worth. But if you need to do some leveling work and you need to move soil and stuff around, that would be an opportunity to be able to do it. But for me, I will not, I will not till another yard. And then too, on top of that, in doing that, you bring all those weed seeds and stuff back up to the top. When you turn that soil, you're probably gonna deal with more POA than what you're dealing with right now. You go out there and disturb that soil like that, you'll more than likely end up with a larger POA problem than what you currently have. So I'm not a fan of tilling the yard, even with a full renovation. Like I said, if you got an option for a Harley rake just to loosen up that top inch or two of soil, that's a good way to do it. Or you can get an aerator and just aerate it really good. Or you can scalp it back once you've got it killed off and come through with a slit seeder. That's another way of doing it. Minimal soil disturbance, slit seeder, or you can come in with like even just a power rake, like a push power rake, like a Sunjo or something. Knock a lot of that duff and debris and kind of loosen up just that top layer of soil without fully tilling it and having to get it and getting it all fluffy. That's one thing that I learned. That's if I when I do full renovations or anything like that, I only want to loosen up that first inch or two of soil. Other than that, and just kind of work with what's already there. I want to do a slit seeding is what I really want to do, because this got very minimal soil disturbance. And then it helps to get that seed into the soil, get some good seed to soil contact, and making sure that it also gives a little bit of protection. The way it cuts the slits, drop the seed in there right behind it. So that's what I really want to do. I want to do a slit seeding project just to see how it see how it does, because I've never done it. I've done it indirectly, but I haven't used like a straight up slit seeder. And I may actually use one back home, like when I start doing some of my food plot work back in North Carolina. So I've been thinking about some stuff that I need to plant, and I might actually just slit seed it and see how it works, because I don't have access to a drill or anything in North Carolina just yet. Anybody in the Greenville area back home, or Wilson or Rocky Mount, somewhere around there, y'all got little washers anywhere around there, Grimes? Y'all got access to like a no-till drill or a drill? Uh, Let me know. Let me know. I need to do some. I need to do some planting. If y'all got access to it, anybody out there listening, I need to do some work. So, and another question. Oh yeah, yep, yeah. I tell you, you go turn that ground over. A lot of times you end up, especially when you're dealing with POA, like it is very optimistic, like opportunistic, because you give it the opportunity and you get all the rest of the competition out of there. You bring those weed seeds up to the top. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, let's party. Like now is ready to grow. Like now is ready to go. Is got everything that is need, where before it was just kind of laying dormant down in the soil. But then when you get ready to you get ready to get it out and you bring it up to the top, there's a lot more weed seeds in the soil than what you're probably seeing from the plants that are popping up, that are growing now. Because if the plants are there now, it was dropping seeds before now. So there's a lot more seeds that are currently still in the soil. So I'm not really a fan of extensive tillering and tilling and stuff like that on the soil, even during renovation. I'm reconsidering that. Yeah, good. That was my point. I was hoping I was gonna get you to reconsider that. Yeah, yeah, good deal. Yeah, they look for a Harley rake. I mean, they got them. You can rent them that are on like a dingo. You can get on them and ride just with the dingo. I think Sunbelts have got them. Turf actually rented a, was it a Turf Tech? I think it was a Turf Tech one, that brand that he rented down there in South Carolina, and it was like a walk behind Harley rake. Exact same thing, just a walk behind unit. It was self propelled, but it's just kind of walk behind unit with the Harley rake and stuff on the front, to where it just loosened up just that top layer of soil and didn't get as deep. And then I think you can set the height on it also. So just to loosen up, just to create that seed bed, to be able to, so that seed can get in there and you won't have to deal with as much fluffy soil that you got to try and level and try and get to settle out and all of that stuff. So, all right, y'all. So that is all I've got. I think I answered all the questions in there. Tonight we're gonna be able to keep it to an hour tonight. Again, not a whole lot of major topics that I wanted to cover just yet, except for the Bermuda. So again, if you're looking for FeNiX is available. We have limited supply right now until we make our next run. So if you are interested in using it this season, make sure you go ahead and get your bags on order. Go ahead and make your purchase, because we're on the schedule. We're trying to figure out when we're going to be able to make our next run. It we may have a, hopefully not, but we may have a period where we may not have inventory, but we're trying to address that to where we keep the inventory. But we do know that right now we're waiting to get on the schedule to be able to make our next run. So if we have it in stock, we have it available. Make sure you go ahead and get your FeNiX. Again, if you do need to do some seeding, also the Elm Street Elite will be available, same as always. I am going to be looking at maybe getting a different cultivar in it, and which is a newer cultivar that Mountain View Seed has released, and I just need to see it. I need to see it and I need to work with it. I may be adding that cultivar into the mix. It would be another tall fescue that will be in there. Maybe I'll substitute out one of the others, but titanium is going to stay in there. That's my favorite tall fescue seed ever. Like always, it's been my favorite. Just from its overall performance, look, germination, establishment, all of that. So titanium is gonna stay in there. The other two cultivars that's in there, I may do some updates on that, but we'll see. But for right now, it's gonna currently stay the way that it is. So yeah, that's seed, fertilizer, and I think that's it. I think that's all I've got. I don't see any more questions in the chat. We're gonna keep it to an hour tonight, 56 minutes. And I appreciate y'all joining us. I got more videos coming. Like I said, I am in the editing process on about 3 videos, so content will be coming. Make sure you check that out. And if you're new to the channel, you like what you see here, go check out some of the other videos, and just hit that subscribe button, and you can know when I'm dropping all the other videos or when we're going live. Typically, we try to go live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's when you can look for us to be here and to be able to give y'all some information and answer your questions. All right, y'all. We're going to get ready to get out of here. And hey, as we always say, just know we work.